Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another part of Let's Play Expeditions Viking. Today we'll start by talking to the Jarl of Rybe, and I'd like to explore the rest of the city today quickly. There are still some quests that we can accept, so we do that, and then we try to go somewhere else. We spent already 2 episodes in Rybe. We'll spend most likely the next episode here as well, or this episode here as well, but 3 is like maximum. I need to get out of the let's say civilization and somewhere we can fight. I mean, there was one fight here, but it's not enough action for me. Let's try to talk to these 2 guys again if possible. No, we can't. That's kind of sad because there was something we could have talked about, but since I wanted to make a cut in the last episode, I just cancelled the conversation and we can't talk to them again. Oh well. Okay, we probably lost some skill points because of that, but so be it. I had no idea that this conversation was just a one-time thing. And here we are. Is there something we can loot, maybe? Yeah, I have a feeling that this is a bad idea. We could try, but I'm not sure what would happen if they catch us. Yeah, all of this is oh, this is not considered stealing. Hey, let's try. Or maybe it's so far away that no one can see us looting these containers. Okay, not much, but still something. And here is Ranhilder, the white Thane of Rybe. Ranhilder the White politely stands when you approach his seat and clasp your wrist with a firm grip. Welcome into Rybe, Acredon. To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit? I seek your permission to recruit a crew for my ship. For an expedition, I won't stand in your way, but the warning I give your father extends to you as well. Stay in known territory if you value your life. Thane Skule encroaches upon my territory. I am forced to seek aid elsewhere. A troubling accusation. Are you able to prove it? I'm working on it. Meanwhile, I'm simply here to assemble a crew. Put word out at my barracks that you are seeking a crew. Mercenaries are often found there, sparring with my herdmen. Didn't we already talk with them there? What else? I heard rumors about disappearance in the marsh. I wish for people to travel safely to and from our city. If this isn't dealt with soon, Rybe's reputation will suffer. A bounty of silver belongs to anyone with the courage to seek out and solve this problem. I'm not afraid. Allow me to deal with this task. Of course, so there's the quest. And the last option. I've come to trade at your market. Very good. As always, we shall be glad to have your business. If you need my counsel, my door is always open to my neighboring Thanes. Well, that didn't take too long. I expected this conversation to be a bit longer, but we have what we need. We have the permission to clear the marshes, and hopefully we'll get the reward for that. What's the next step? There was the quest to clear the house for one of the merchants. That's something we could do. And then just exploring the rest of the city. Come on, why does it take so long? Rybe is quite large, but not that large. Start exploring first. should be some hides. Oh, well, just one, but even one hide is actually quite useful. Anything around here? Nope. There's someone who wants to talk to us. You, hold a moment. You are approached by a slight woman with a spatter of freckles in her sharp face and her auburn hair in tight braid. Her pale eyes dare you to turn away, and her voice is like a whip crack. You are not like the rest of these people, are you? Armed, purpose to your stride. What? Armed, purpose to your stride. You get things done. Yeah, you definitely do. What do you want? She gestures at the accurate burnout ruins. I know who caused all this. Who caused it? A filthy sleaze named Wronger, my husband. He deserves a coward's death for what he has done. And you want me to find him? She thinks for a moment. I hear he's been seen fleeing southeast. If he's making for Hedeby, he'd have to cross through the marsh. What can you tell me about Wronger? He came from a struggling merchant family. His silver tongue bowed my hand, much to my shame. So he took the dowry, failed to pay the mourning price, and left town with all of our trade goods. Fanning the flames to cover his escape? For him, it seems it was purely about wealth and coin. Okay, and I'd like to know more about you. I come from a family of tradesmen, being a rabbi for 3 generations, only child, and my parents wanted grandchildren. Well, okay, we'll try to find them. So that's another quest. Hell, Hot No Fury. Who's this? No one. Or at least... Oh, hey! Bad. Really bad. Nice. Ambushed for no reason. I need ideas to block the archer. Then Akron can probably kill the... Oh, it's not a healer, it's a rogue. How much damage can we do here? Not enough. Let's go for a stun. And I really hope it works. Good. Probably have to kill this one. Because now I can move ideas. What is this? Hunter? Archer? Yeah, block this hunter. And even try to stun him. Kettle. Is this a fire? Maybe we could just hide here. Oh, we can't shoot. We can shoot this one. Let's use fire arrow for that. He's stunned, so we won't get that burn. Did we miss 90%? And we can heal up a bit.
Shit! Let me take a look.
Excellent!
Okay, I just hope that this rogue doesn't have a bow. But Kettle is hidden. I can't move anyone far enough anyway. Okay, let's see. Demoralize. Okay, I guess. So that's another problem solved. Might be able... yeah, I can hit this one. %. It's probably better to use the aimed shot, go for 95. And now use the other stun on the rogue. Move a bit closer so that we have more attacks on the next turn. Good. I have no idea how we survived this without losses. But we somehow managed. Just barely survived the first turn, and we got lucky that we were able to stun all the important enemies on the next turn. What in Tori's name was that all about? Who are these people? Assassins. Let's check their pockets. You and your herd each picks an attacker to search. Gunnar raises his hand, holding something that glimmers in the light. Found something, a medallion of some kind. The silver medallion is the centerpiece of a pearl necklace. You don't recognize the exotic patterns that adorn it, but somebody in this town must know. Gunnar leans over to get a look at the necklace. That pattern looks faintly familiar. I can't quite place it though. I may have seen something like it up in Kopang. Perhaps we should ask around the market? Yeah, we'll try. Is there anything interesting? The corpses, probably. Empty. Woodane X. We already have that. That's not an upgrade. Nothing here, and I don't expect anything from this rogue either. Empty, yeah, never mind. Hanar Bristlebeard. Who is that? Blacksmith, I guess. Ryba's most central blacksmith is well renowned for his broad knowledge of metalworking. He can forge a sword as readily as he mends a broken pot. Haloxel, my honorable Thane, have you come to commission a weapon from the best smith north of Saxony? What are our options? There are quite a few. Well, I think I'll start. Why didn't you help when we are attacked? I'm terribly sorry, honorable Thane. I'm no good with weapon. I only make them. A smith. who is not good with weapons. I should say a Viking smith who is not good with a weapon. That is very hard to believe. Another odd option. Repairs. Materials. Let's look at the materials. Okay, so just some salvage and valuables. Do you recognize the pattern on this medallion? The smith holds the medallion an inch from his face and examines the engravings carefully. No, I can't say I've ever seen engravings like this before. Okay. What else? These sell arms and armor. In a manner of speaking, I built such items to order. You can bring me the materials I need and I'll make whatever equipment you require. For such jobs, I charge only the fee for my labor. Of course, I also have stock of materials for sale. How much will it be for repairs? You kidding? For some items, might be worth it. Oh, of course, if you want to read the description of repairing, please pause the video. Excuse me. They call this fair prices, 400 to repair this crappy shield. Yeah, I think we're gonna fix all the gear ourselves once we have time during camps. Okay. Let's talk about what kind of equipment you can make. Can you make bows? You can. Okay, again, if you want to read about crafting, or maybe I should read about crafting myself. I'm not quite sure how this works. This is the crafting menu. Crafting converts salvage into weapons or hides into armor. And there, the crafting skills of the herdman who's crafting. The skill ranks determines the maximum item tier you can build, which in turn determines the total resource cap for each type of weapon. Okay. Start by selecting which type of item you want to craft. You can only craft armor and helmets if you have the armorsmithing skill. So max tier is 4. Special property chance, 25%. So we can that's, I apologize. That's a new description, and because it's also called crafting, I thought the game just bugged out and shown the same thing twice. Well, it just describes how this works. You just have certain amount of these points that you can distribute amongst 3 stats, and here's the resulting weapon and its price. So if you go all in damage, we're gonna end up with the bow that is 19 to 23, has no armor PSA and pretty much no crit multiplier, and it will cost us 1100. Not salvage, this is not salvage, this is salvage, but this is valuables. And I can adjust, I can sacrifice some of the damage in exchange for a crit multiplier or for more armor PSA, but it's just not good enough. He is just bad. I think we can make our own gear. Once we get some more skill points, we can learn crafting and probably make some gear during camps. This is way too expensive and the resulting item is simply bad. And what else do we have here? Materials, we have seen this. Okay, well, I'll be back if I need anything. It's quite disappointing. For blacksmiths, that's best west of or north of Saxony, or how did he say it? I expect more, a lot more. This is something I want to get. Oh, there's a lot of stuff around here. Here we can get an action point, or skill point. Yeah, skill point, not action point, of course. This should give us some herbs. And what else? Here we have some more barrels. One, two, three. Nothing here. Back the pig or else. Piss off, Mardel. I already told you I didn't take nothing. My boss saw it. You accused half their sons. Think too slow. Leave it alone, you senile something. I think it's better if I just leave it for you to read. But yeah, this looks like a next quest. Let's loot everything around first. More hides, that's pretty good. Can we reach this barrel? And let's talk to Flurry. Your life, son. The man before you has the robust and hail-bearing of farmer. His crossed feet and graying hair attest that his prime years lie behind him. Fat pigs snuffles about in the yard. He lolls on the fence and watches you approach. What do you want? Were you fighting over that pig? He sniffs and wipes his nose on his sleeve. All marred dolls making trouble, accusing us of thievery. A frown knits together on his brow as he looks over you. Who are you to meddle anyway? I'm Akredon, son of Alfgar, Thane of Skjern. His eyebrows threaten to retreat with his receding hairline. That's a mouthful. He considers for a moment. Maybe you are one to talk them down. Okay, I'll clear this mess up. I don't really want to, but I mean, it's skill points, so kinda have to. You'll see we are in the right here. But the pig. He glances over his shoulder at the animal. It grunts busily as it roots round the yard for something edible. You notice notches on the pig's ears. What about it? Let's check the pig closer. The hog squeals and scampers back as you approach, watching you distrustfully with beady eyes. There are 2 notches on his left ear and 3 on the right. The outermost cut on the right ear looks ragged and uneven. The pig clearly struggled when it was made. What is Mardel's claim? Flurry sucks on his lower lip. Says we stole the hog, cut an extra notch to make it look like one from our 7th litter. Okay, let's hope so. Is there anyone else I should talk to? Flurry glances at the 2 others in the yard. My cousin Halfdan and his girl Randwag were here. Anyone else? Builder Stephenson lives in town. Good blood in both families. Okay. Well, we definitely need to talk to both sides. Anything else here? No. But I want to talk to these two. Before you is a young woman with pale blonde brown hair tucked demurely under woven cap. She sets down the bundle of rushes she was spreading in the muddy yard. She doesn't quite meet your eyes when she turns to face you. Yes? My name is Akrenon. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this pig business. She seems to relax somewhat, though still refuses to look you in the eye. I don't know why they want to fight over something so silly. She glances at Flurry, then at Halfdan. Her nostrils flare and her lips quivers for a moment before she returns attention to you. Did Flurry steal the pig? She looks at the hog as it snuffles around and shakes her head. He wouldn't do that. She glances searching at your face. A pig isn't worth fighting for. The Mardolsons should let it go. Let's talk about the Mardolsons. Her face flushes and she cups her reddening cheeks. Some of them aren't so bad. If they would just talk instead of holding on to the past. What do you mean about the Mardolsons? The young woman glances at Halfdan and then lowers his voice, blushing furiously. Paul is smart, his voice is like honey and his mind is quick. If only his fallen brothers would listen to him. Okay, what do you do? Runway shrugs, the formless dress momentarily betraying her womanly shapes. I tend to instead help my mother and aunt with the chores. Thank you, Runway. I'll let you get back to your work. Didn't tell us much. Just that there is some struggle that's not just about the pig. And what about this guy? You approach a man whose hard work plenty have left their marks. There is stone strength about him, but it carries a prodigious gut. He smiles jovially and runs a hand through his graying hair before offering to you. Halfdan. Let's shake his hand. Akredon. His grip is firm and his hands calloused. Alfgar's son from Skule. He sees your question look and continues. I did business with your father. More than a few of your houses are built with my lumber. Can't we just tell him about the ship that we found? Oh, seems that we can't. Does the pig belong to Flurry? Halfdan frowns and crosses his arms. That is what this is about. His eyes fall on the hog, he looks tired. We have plenty. Why would we throw away our honor to steal from the Mardolsons? Well, tell me about the Mardolsons. His face darkens, a sneer tugging at his upper lip. They are a family too weak to stand on its own, so they blame their problems on their betters. The patriarch leans against the wall. He closes his eyes and his hands twitch as if he is drawing forth memories like water from a well. Marvel's oldest boy fought when Runhilder was declared Jarl. He was killed in the night, a cowardly affair. He meets your gaze squarely, eyes hard. They accused my brother Dolangir of the dead, falsely as they do. Okay, so there's the reason for the problems. What do you do? Halfdan chest swells with pride, and a hint of smugness creeps into his face. My family has worked the forest outside Rabe for many years. We helped build this town. Thanks, that's all I need to know. Well, I think this is one side of the story. I'd like to get the other side as well. But first, let's try to explore the rest of the town. Back in the harbor, but there's something here. Someone I can talk to. Oh, there's more stuff here. Okay, Torgeir Ubeinsson. Who is this? A gruff-looking man with expensive equipment stands at docks in front of a might warship, idly watching the passers-by. Hi there. Need to hire a ship? I bet you traveled far. He smiles, satisfied. For sure, my crew and I have been as far up the northern coast as we have been down the southern shores. You won't find a more experienced crew anywhere. Ever seen a pattern like this on this medallion? He holds up the medallion and turns it in the light. I have. In fact, I was recently paid with something very similar, very much... what? I was recently paid with something very much like this. Okay. The captain retrieves a sword of diadem from a sack at his feet. He hands it to you, hanging on the medallion as collateral. The diadem bears striking resemblance to the medallion you found on the assassins. Same materials, same patterns. There is no doubt. Who paid you with this, and what for? His eyes grow narrow. Well, now I'm not altogether sure I want to say. I think I tried to bribe him and threaten him. Would 10 ortigo silver loosen your tongue? Make it 20. Okay. That ortic thing, 1, is 10 valuables, so you have to pay him 200 valuables. Sure, information is worth it. I was paid by a woman called Hrodgerda to transport a group of slightly shifty-looking people to Rybe. There were 5 of them, 3 men, 2 women. I gathered that one of the women was the sister of one of the men. When we took the job, she paid us with diadem. I didn't ask any questions. He crosses his arms. Now, it's been a pleasure doing business with you, but if you are not looking to hire my crew, I have other things to attend to. Kettle hums conspicuously. Hrogerda, Skule's assassin. Those rumors were blatantly exaggerated. Yet, here we are, having survived an ambush by killers she hired. Yes, that does appear to be the cause. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about it at this point. No, but let's keep it in mind, in case we run into her again. Okay, so that Skule guy is really trying to get rid of us. Are we done with the city finally? How does it look like? Stop. Part left. I think I'll finish this off camera. There's one crate here in the corner. And I think in the next part we can actually leave Rybe. Let's quickly check around here if there is something interesting. Probably isn't that much left. There are some people around here, but it seems that we can't talk to anyone. Some kind of feast. More hides, more herbs. Come on, it has to be over finally. Oh, there's some kind of chest. Might be interesting. I think we are almost done. This is the blacksmith. Can we go through here? Yeah. Where's the chest? Right here. Armor bomb, cloth, savage. Oh, nothing interesting. I was hoping for something better since it was a chest. These are the assassins. And we have the last corner left. Okay, well, there's maybe something else around here. Okay, I'll do it off camera. I'll just uncover the fog of war in case there is... oh, there's... what is this? A door. Okay, whatever. We'll check it in the next video. This one is over. So, as usual, I hope that you liked it. I hope that you're gonna join me for the next part again. And until then, have a good time. Bye-bye.